Hello, everyone. Welcome to Unboxed God, where we detox from religion and discover the God who refuses to fit inside the boxes we were given. I'm Tolu Sarah Jensen, and here we explore who God really is beyond fear, beyond formulas, and beyond everything we were taught to perform. If you're hungry for a real relationship with Him, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. So, this is going to be chapter 4 in book 5, which is the chains I thought were holiness. And chapter 4 is renewing your image of God, detoxing the lies that distorted His face. Wow. You know, we've already discussed this through this series of this book, that before we ever encountered God personally, we met a version of Him, a version that was shaped by culture, by sermons, by fear, by warnings, by human disappointment, by religious performance. The list goes on. And that God was not the real Father. It was a projection, a shadow, basically. And this chapter is about unlearning Him, because you cannot run into the arms of a God you are bracing yourself against. Do you want me to repeat that? You cannot run to a God. You cannot run into His arms of God you are bracing yourself against. Because all the things that we believe about Him, majority of the time, 99% are not true. So that impacts the level of relationship you have with Him. And that foundational requirement of intimacy, that you cannot have deep relationship with a God you secretly fear. That's it. Because the moment you believe He is angry, is distant, is unsafe, you hide, you pretend, you perform, you withdraw. It's normal. You protect yourself from Him. That's what a lot of us have been doing. He's aching for relationship. We are protecting ourselves from Him because we felt He's somebody that He is not. And that's not intimacy. Intimacy cannot grow in an environment where fear is. And for many Christians, the greatest obstacle to knowing God is what they believe about Him. Yes, because we've been sold so many lies that I've gone through in this book already that I don't want to keep repeating myself. But I'm going to list some of the ones that I know they're very prominent again to remind us that God is mostly disappointed in us. The lie produces guilt-driven worship. So the more we struggle, the harder we try to look holy. And religion says, fix yourself first. And the Father is saying, come here. Let me hold you first. So we were taught God tolerates us when we are good, but withdraws when we fail. And that's not true. And yet He revealed, your weaknesses don't push me away. They pull me closer. His love made us in the mess, not after we've cleaned up. He met us in the mess. That's been my experience. He met me in grief. I was in a mess. And that was my turning point. So, another lie that is very prominent is I must perform to keep God pleased. So you strive, you prove, you push yourself spiritually to earn affection. And performance-based doesn't impress Him. It injures intimacy. Because fear-driven disobedience is not love. He said it. I take no pleasure in obedience without a heart. Love, not pressure. Yes, love, not pressure, draws you into maturity with Him. Because rest isn't laziness. Rest is trust. As we've covered earlier. Another prominent lie is God prefers certain kind of people. Religion creates insiders and outsiders, accepted and rejected, holy and unholy. But the Father whispers, I do not love some children more. I have no favorite. All are mine. He loves Christians, he loves Muslims, he loves atheists, he loves the ones still running, he even loves the ones running from him. Yeah, because love is not him. Love is his nature. He said it, love is my DNA, love is who I am. And we are his children anyway, so why is he going to hate us? Because of our beliefs, because of our sexual orientations, all of those lies, they are not God. Because the true God that we have loves his children unreservedly. There's no reservation. We are holies, and because we are holies, we are all loved. And the Father is comforting everyone that these lies are not me. They are lies. And we've covered that over and over and over in this book. That they are lies. That what we believe is not who God is. So the Father's heart is gentle. It's not the portrait religion framed. It's not the angry preacher, the impossible examiner, the silent monarch, the constant critic. He is the safe place, the one who waits, the one who mourns near you, the one who always understands. I never dreamed of raising robots. That is what he said. I dreamed of raising children. And that is the Father behind the gospel. Another truth is the Father speaks, and he speaks tenderly. Religion convinced you his voice is rare, but he has been speaking all along, through scriptures, through creation, through beauty, through music, through memories, through ordinary interruptions, through even algorithms, through YouTube, for example. And every day he says, I see you, I'm here, talk to me. No performance, prayer, conversation. No ritual, relationship. The Father feels deeply, yes. It's not emotionally distant. It weeps over abuse. It trembles with joy when you laugh. It aches when you ache. It confesses love is the tenderest part of me. I will endure the cross again. Papa said if he has to, if he's sure that all of his children, he will do it. If that is what it took to have you. So God's emotions are not weakness. They are evidence of his love. And the great detox has to happen. You need to detox from shadow to faith, from the wrong God to the real one. Because renewal of God's image is not an academia, it is an art surgery. It is removing the harsh filters religion placed over his face and seeing him in full color for the first time. And this is the only exchange. God the judge, God the Father. So you stop seeing from God the judge to God the Father, from God the fault finder to God the heart healer, to God the threatening voice to God the gentle whisper. And the shift is not small. It is your new foundation. So he isn't who religion told you he was. He's better. I can tell you that my own personal testimony, my own personal experience. And if you want to validate those testimonies, go and watch my videos that I've done with my co-author Matthew Roper-Payne on YouTube. You can either go to his YouTube channel or some of the videos I'm bringing them to my channel so that you can watch and you can hear as I ask him questions and you can hear his responses. You will feel it naturally because you could see in his voice love oozing out over his children. So you are not building your faith, you are rebuilding your image of the one who has always been faithful. Yes, once you see his heart rightly, your worship becomes joy, your prayer becomes friendship, your work becomes rest, your obedience becomes love. That's been my own experience, because at last you believe this truth. He doesn't just love me, I am his. Yes, you are his. You belong to him. And he will always take care of you. And you will be able to see his tenderness, his compassion, his presence, his tears, his arms around sinners. You'll be able to see that Jesus is the correction of every false belief about God. That Jesus, if you look at Jesus, if you look at how he lived his life, that's God. So, what God wanted all along is not a religion about him, but a relationship with him. Not fear preventing sin, but love producing trust. Not performance-driven obedience, but heart-driven devotion. It's finally getting the one thing he has waited for, the real you, the one who knows he is saved. So, as we close this chapter, you don't become free by trying harder. You become free by seeing the Father rightly. Yes, by seeing him truly. Because your transformation did not begin with your love for God, but with his love for you. And if God's image changes, your entire Christianity changes. So, another chain has snapped, your vision is being healed, your relationship is being restored, and your faith is entering joy. I hope this chapter has been of blessing to you. See you in chapter 5. God bless.